Live from Coalinga High School, Horned Toad football is on the air as your Horned Toads will be taking on the Toros of Matilda Torres High School in the quarterfinal round of the Division IV CIF Central Section Playoffs here on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Welch for the Toad Streaming Network, alongside with the former Horned Toad, Blake Wong. We'd like to welcome you to Chuck Garner Stadium for tonight's matchup between the Toros and the Toads. First ever meeting between these two programs here on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley. And we also like to welcome you to Chuck Garner Stadium for tonight's matchup between the Toros and the Toads, and also the Toads pregame show. Blake, we were talking about this before we went on the air. We have a good matchup here tonight, my friend.
Yeah, I really think this is a great matchup. This is what playoff football is about. You know, the 4 versus the 5. You know, this could be a toss-up, a pick-em game, people would say. But, you know, I think we're in for a treat tonight.
As we get ready to go here, it's the Toads and the Toros. Both games last week for the Toads and the Toros, respectively, they literally ran their teams out of the building. I mean, the Horned Toads ran the Golden Bears of Sierra Pacific High School out of the building 41-7. And the Toros ran the Eagles out of Emmanuel High School 43-13. I mean, you know what? These two teams want to put a lot of offense on the board. How would you slow these offenses down defensively?
I really think it's going to come down to defense, right? This is going to be, can the Toros stop, our offense, and can we get off the field and not – I think we got to win the turnover battle, right? I think that's our problem. I think that's a problem for the Toads is the turnovers, right? If we limit the turnovers – I think they will be in very great shape, right? The defense is lights out. Has put lights out all year. Probably, I think, has forced maybe 3 shutouts on the season.
That's right.
So, I mean, Coalinga's defense is going to be ready to play tonight. The X factor will be the offense.
It's the TNT show. The Toros and the Toads. We'll be right back with that conversation with the head coach of your Horned Toads, Jose Pease, right after this. It's quarterfinal playoff football here on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley. Stay right here. This is Horned Toad football on the Toads Streaming Network. Welcome back to the Horned Toad pregame show, now joined by the head coach of your Horned Toads, Jose Pease. Coach, how are you doing on this Wednesday afternoon?
We're doing great, thanks.
Coach, last week an impressive performance for your Horned Toad squad, beating the Golden Bears of Sierra Pacific High School 41-7 in the first round of the Division IV CIF Central Section playoffs. What seemed to work for your team last week in defeating the Golden Bears?
It goes back to what we talked about before, making sure that we're ready to go on all 3 phases. And I think that's what we did really well last week. And, hopefully we have continued to, get better in those places. And, we show up to play some football on Thursday,
It's the Toros and the Toads here tonight on the Toad Streaming Network, but last week, it was a kind of a big milestone for one of your wide receivers, Dylan Teixeira, the wide receiver, went over 1,000 yards on the season. In your coaching career, have you ever seen a wide receiver go over 1,000 yards in your coaching career?
Well, last year, we had Devin. Devin Sanchez was our 1,000-yard receiver. And, this year, we're thankful to have not just Dylan, but also Gavin Watson and a couple of the other wide receivers that are in our mix that, could be in that mix as well as we, move forward.
And that victory last week was a good victory for your team, 41-7 against the Golden Bears of Sierra Pacific High School. But when the playoffs come around, is it still the same mentality? It's just like the 1-0 every week?
It's the truth. It's win or go home, And for these kids, for our team, we've been working since the end of last season, and for these seniors especially, they have nothing to hold back now. It's all or nothing, and the talk is over, and it's time to show up and to really put it out there because tomorrow's not given.
And one of your seniors, Branson Peters, a senior, 6 foot, 215-pound outside linebacker, a guy that's been one of those vocal leaders on that defensive side. How important is it for him to get a huge game against the Toros tomorrow night?
Branson, he's been working nonstop, and he really wants to chip away at that tackle record that we have right now. And every week when we come back, that's like his his thing. He is fixated, and I know he's going to show up. He is relentless. He will come after you, and that's what he's going to do. And it's going to be exciting football, and not just by him, but by the rest of the defense. The defense is fired up.
And Coach, let's talk about your opponent, the Toros of Matilda Torres High School out of the North Yosemite League, one of the newest teams in the CIF Central Section. This is a very tough Toro squad, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Noticing them on the film this week, especially that 1-2 punch led by Joseph Bass and Amani Sua. How tough is that running back group of Torres High School, Coach?
They're the toughest group that I think that we've seen up until now, and it's going to be a real test for our defense and for our whole team to come together here and to, really make it jive.
And with that also, with playoffs, it's win or go home. Do you look at the other game? Do you look at the Golden Valley Shafter game this week? Do you
Of course. That we have to. How do you not? And I'm sure the other team is doing the same thing. There's a lot of history that's being, I feel like CIF history that's being written as this is going on, because even with Torres, they were the team last year, I think, that was in that mix between that and Shafter and them, and I know that they want their comeback too. This is we are a group of teams that I know we follow each other. We see our achievements that we've had through the weeks, and I think this has just been building up to where we are now. And hopefully it's an exciting game and for both sides, and hopefully we overcome and we continue, because that's the goal.
And let's get to the meat and potatoes of this one, Coach. How do you defeat the Toros of Matilda Torres High School?
I saw this earlier in the week. We stop the third downs. We stop the third down for them on defense, and we give our offense a good chance to put points on the board and to hopefully stay out as long as we can, because that's what we want to do. We want to stay out there. We want to keep driving the ball. We want to put the ball in our playmakers' hands, all of them, and we want to go score points.
And, Coach, one more thing before I let you go here on the Horned Toad pregame show. I know Chuck Garner Stadium's going to be rocking tonight on the west side of the San Joaquin Valley.
I hope it is, and, it's going to be exciting even for everybody that's at home watching. We hope that we could try to get as many people here to watch these kids and, both teams, and to see, how far they've come, because it is definitely a milestone for both squads.
Also, you look at it, it's the first ever meeting between these two schools.
Absolutely. So it's definitely a game to set some history between us, and, hopefully we move on and we continue, because that is our goal.
Coach, thank you so much for hopping on the pregame show, and we will see you after the game.
All right, thank you so much.
That's the head coach of your Horned Toads, Jose Pease. We'll be right back with the starting lineups, national anthem, and the opening kickoff. It's the Toros and the Toads right after this on the Toad Streaming Network. Welcome back to Chuck Garner Stadium for the quarterfinal playoff match between the Toros of Matilda Torres High School and your Coalinga High School Horned Toads. As we get ready to go here on the west side, the San Joaquin Valley, the Toros won the toss and they elected to defer. So the Horned Toads get the ball to start the contest. And you said something very important there, Blake. What did you say when the Toads got the ball to start off the contest?
It's showtime.
It's showtime. That is correct. As we get ready to go here on the west side, the San Joaquin Valley. A beautiful evening indeed. A little bit of cloud cover driving in from Fresno. As we get ready to go here, your Horned Toads will be in their black uniforms, black helmets with the Toad script in orange on the side, black pants. As we get ready to go here, the Toros will be in their white uniforms, silver helmet with the red stripe down the middle, gray pants. As we get ready to go here, a battle between the West Sierra League and the North Yosemite League here in the quarterfinal round in the CIF Central Section playoffs. The senior 5'6", 640-pound kicker Brian Brega will get the contest ready and back deep for the Toads. It's the 1,000-yard wide receiver Dylan Teixeira on the season as he stands in his own south end zone, and we are underway here from Coalinga. That ball's going to be fielded quickly by Deegan Brooks. He gets to the 40. He's to the 45, still on his feet, past midfield, bringing himself into Toros territory. What a play right there by Deegan Brooks. What a run right there by the Horned Toad, the senior himself, Deegan Brooks. Let's talk about the quarterback for your Horned Toads, the junior 5'10", 155-pound quarterback, Noah Tazio, 24 passing touchdowns on the season with 2,748 yards. As the Horned Toads will be moving to right to left on your screen, one receiver left, three to the right. Alvarado will be the tailback in the backfield. Tazi in the gun. Claps his hands it off to Alvarado, up the gut, turning and burning, gets to the 40-yard line, gets past the 40 to the 39-yard line. But a good job right there to establish the run game early right there, Blake. Back, Toros in white. Ball placed middle, kind of at the line of scrimmage, I should say, with the junior 5'9", 255-pound defensive tackle Joshua Ramirez. So it'll set up a very interesting third down for the Toads here at the 37-yard line of Matilda Torres High School. So 3rd and 2 for the Toads. One receiver either side. Alvarado will be in the backfield. Here comes Tazi in the gun, moving right to left on your screen. Watch out. Tazi rolls to the right-hand side, pressured, escapes, looking, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Oh, my word. Brought down quickly by the sophomore, Brian Gonzalez. And the Horned Toads will be forced to punt, but wait, let's see. It'll be 4th and 6. If you're Jose. So here they go. The Horned Toads will try to roll the dice here in the quarterfinal round of the CIF Central Section playoffs. Two receivers left, two to the right, tailback to his right hip. That will be Alvarado. Ball placed on that right hash. Horned Toads moving to right to left on your screen. Teixeira motion from left to right. Tazi looking, throws the screen pass to Alvarado, shaking and baking, breaks one-man miss, but he will not be able to get to the first down marker. Brought down quickly by number 24, Alan Aviva. And the Horned Toads turn the quarterback with 1,551 yards. It's number 10, Jose Seriano, a passing percentage of 67%. As the Toros in their silver helmets moving left to right on your screen here.